Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are now doing the chapter 8 of the Ashtavakra Gita, where Ashtavakra trying to say how we can, as a sadhana, and hook our mind to the higher. So what is bondage and what's liberation are being defined here. He says bondage is nothing but the mind attached to the sense objects and thinking that sense objects fulfilling those vasanas will give the happiness. So the mind is attached to the worldly things, and obviously the solution for it is to detach from those things and attach to something higher. So the mind has to get attached to something. So it's get attached to something doesn't leave back vasanas, and that is the whole trick of karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and all yogas is yoking the mind to something higher, so that mind gets purified in the process and does not leave any impressions in the mind to repeat it. In that sense, so what is bondage? So in the Amritabindu Upanishad we discuss, says Manayeva Manushyanam Karanam Bandhamokshayoho Bandhaya Vishayasaktam Muktair Nirvishayam Srutam. So what is the bondage? Manayeva Manushyana. Mind is responsible for both bondage as well as liberation. So its mind is required for liberation also. It's not that some people say you have to go beyond the mind. So what is going beyond the mind? Who goes beyond the mind? The ahankara only has to go beyond the mind. What's the ahankara? It is only a notion in the mind that I am this, this, this. So going beyond the mind only means that I have to withdraw myself from mental activities that assume that the happiness is out there. So both kartrutva bhavam and bhoktrutva bhavam. That means I am a doer notion. Why am I doing? I want to get happiness out of it. And I want to enjoy. So both kartrutvam and bhoktrutvam, both are responsible for mind getting cocooned or getting entangled in the karma to janma to karma to janma. Krutimohodadau patana karanam. So Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says it is Kruti Mahodado. This action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, and this life after life after life after goes on. It is Maha, it is like a ocean of samsara, and one gets entangled in this, in the karma to janma cycle. So Panarapi Maranam, Panarapi Jananam, Jatari Sayanam, Ya Samsare, Baudustare, Krupaya Pare, Pahi Murare. The Vadgoinam says, he says, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam. The death and the birth and the death and the birth, we have gone from the unicellular organism to all the way this complex organism, life after life after life, trying to evolve one side, but we are looking for happiness out there. So if you look at the autobiography of anybody, says what are they doing? They want to achieve something. What for? Because by achieving something, they are going to be happy. So what they are searching for is the happiness, not the either power, position, wealth, and all that. It's I need wealth for my security, but I am worried about the security of the wealth. So it becomes a bondage itself. So that is tada bandho yada chittam. So whenever the bondage is the kinchit vanchati sochati, so there is a desire of getting happiness out of it. Desire for an object is desire to get happiness out of the object. Why? Because I have concluded that I am unhappy as I am, and with that I am going to be happy. So when I get happiness with that, I feel myself that I am still inadequate person. So another desire comes in. I want that, but okay, I am little happy, but I want to be more happy. So I want some more, and it becomes a bondage. So the three doshas are there in every happiness that comes with the objects. One is to get happiness. It is the dosha trayam is essentially trying to get happiness, and we have to work hard to get happiness, work hard to preserve it, and unhappy if we lose what we earned. So this is a problem of called a doshastrayam, three doshas. So, and there is problem in getting, problem in preserving, and problem if we lose that also. So that's what we start worrying about, how to protect our wealth that we earn for generations to come, so that not only me and my child, my grandchild, everybody will enjoy this wealth. That is a desire for that fulfilled. In order to fulfill it, I have to protect it, put it in the stocks. If the stock goes down, I am worried, and all that goes on. So the suffering goes on in acquiring, in preserving, and if he loses. And also it is called second dosha is it is asantruptikaram. So I want the happiness, but I'm not happy with what I got, because I feel that my mind wants some more now. So if I was longing for it, once I get it, I'm still unhappy because I want some more, and that goes out. Essentially the trishna, the unsatisfied desire will keep on growing only. The more I get, the more I want. And that you can see the people having so much wealth and unbelievable amount, but still they want some more. What they can't even digest what they have. At the same time, they want more and more. That greediness starts developing, and that's part of asantruptikaram. And the third dosha is sabandhakatvam. It binds you into having to repeat more and more. And that's essentially, we give a simple example, is like a cup of coffee, where I am first thing in the morning, I want coffee for me to be happy. So if I get a cup of coffee, I am happy momentarily until I want something else, number one. And also when I enjoy something in the sense object, it leaves an impression to repeat that experience again. Therefore that becomes a bondage. If I don't get it again, then I am suffering. And this goes on life after life after life, where every time I enjoy, it leaves an impression in the mind called vasanas that reinforces to have more and more and more of that. And the more vasanas, more desires, more activities in the world, and like a rat race going, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, never satisfied. And you'll find out people are struggling hard to get what they want, and they won't have even time to enjoy what they got. And that is a part of the mental problem, where mind feels itself as an inadequate, and therefore it wants to fulfill, it wants to become infinite by adding finite things. And that's essentially the bondage there. So kinchit munchati grishnati kinchit grushyati kupyati, so tata bandhaha. So I want this, that I want I want to grab it, and whatever I see and whatever I want to enjoy, and this goes on and on and on. So this is how the bondage is. So tada muktir vida chittam na vanchati na sochati. So what is the freedom from all this? So the one mukti, the liberation, is where the mind does not have any more desires for any objects. Na vanchati na sochati. Neither it wants it, neither it cries for it. Na munchati na grishnati. Neither rejects something that comes, because neither hates anything nor likes something. If it comes, it's okay. If it doesn't come, it's okay. As a part of the prarabdha, things will be coming or things will be going, and one has to cope up with the BMI. At the same time, recognize that this is a part of the game of life, and I am beyond that. I am just witnessing consciousness, how the body, mind, intellect is interacting and reacting with what comes and what goes. We have completed the first two verses. Now we will take up the third verse. But in the second verse it says, Tada muktir vida chittam na vanchati na sochati na munchati na grishnati na vishyati na kupyati. So in the Swami Chinmayanji quotes one Annapurna Upanishad in the 11th chapter 23 sloka. It says, Na moksho na basaha prushte na patale na bhutalo na patale na bhutale sarvasha samshaye chetaha kshayo moksho itishyate. So na mokshaha, so once who has found liberation, and there is no more longing for moksha also, because I am fulfilled as I am. That is no more I need a liberation and all that will be gone. So there is no freedom in any of the fields. Na basaha, neither in the outer space or in the patala, in the fields, lokas that are up all the way down, that means lower lokas. Neither I have to go somewhere, neither Vaikuntha or Kailasa or somewhere for me to be happy. You are happy as you are right here and right now, when sarvasa samshaya chetaha kshayo moksho iti shyate. So it's found only, not somewhere else, not you have to go somewhere for you to become free, and it is found when the mind is free from all desires and this chaya, so completely dissolved. It means mind doesn't have any more longing for something, wanting for something, desiring for something, so that there's something that I want, it will give me happiness. If I am already happy as I am, then there is no more desire for anything, objects. So that is a moksha. A real moksha is not to depend on anything other than myself for happiness. Sarvam paravasham dukkham, sarvam atmavasham sukham, etat vidya samasena akshanam sukadukhayoho. This is from the Manusmriti. It says, sarvam paravasham dukkham. Any dependence on other than myself is a bondage. So this is a test for bondage. Oh, I am free. I have studied Vedanta. Aham Brahmasmi. All that can be repeated. The litmus test is, if I depend on something other than myself for my happiness, then that is the bondage. So sarvam paravasham dukkham and sarvam atmavasham sukham. I don't depend on anything other than myself, and myself is all the time there, and I am as I am. So that means I am full as I am. At what Krishna says, Pajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmanyeva atmanatushtaha. So he is reveling in himself by himself, atmanyeva atmanatushtaha. Why? Because the self that he revels is already complete and full. So he doesn't depend on something other than himself. So if other things comes and goes or not, has nothing to do with him. So therefore, he does not either object something coming, nor he goes after something. So he doesn't hate anything, nor extra like for something. But body, mind, intellect, being brought up in certain traditions and cultures and certain habits, So it goes after certain things, but a Mahatma controls that body, mind, intellect, says you cannot go. If it comes is okay, if it doesn't come also it's okay. That should be the attitude. So you will find Mahatmas also like enjoying anything like anybody else. So how can he be Mahatma and I am not Mahatma? The only difference between you and the Mahatma is where he does not depend on that for his happiness. If it comes, okay. If it doesn't come also is okay. Whereas for us, if it comes is okay, but if it doesn't come, we are worried about it. That makes a difference between a realized soul versus an unrealized soul. Now we'll do the sloka 3. Tada bandho yada chittam saktam kasvapi drishtishu tada moksho yada chittam asaktam sarva drishtishu. Together again. Tada bandho yada chittam saktam kasvapi drishtishu tada moksho yada chittam asaktam sarva drishtishu. So tada bandha yada chittam. So that is a bondage when, then and when, yada tada chittam, the mind is saktam, it gets attached to something. So what is an attachment? And attachment we defined as something dependence on something for our happiness. So it can be people or objects. I am attached to her, I am attached to him, and that test for attachment is do you depend on for your happiness on them. That is a test. Whether they are there, they are not there, you should be happy as you are, then you are not attached. Attachment is different from concern. So one should not get attached to anything, but one should be concerned about the people who depend on you. Not you depend on somebody, people who depend on you, you should be concerned so that appropriate actions are taken. So one has to be very careful with Vedanta. He says it's not indifference in the sense indifference to what need to be done. No, indifference to only desire prompting objects. I depend on something other than yourself. But if other people depend on you, you let them depend. That's what becomes a love. So love is different from attachment. Love is you let others to depend on you because they have not realized themselves. They need you for their happiness. So you let them, and to the degree possible, fulfill whatever that is required as an obligation, as a duty you have to do. The children depend upon the parents. So it is parents' responsibility as a part of the make sure the children become independent of the parents by studying and also by emotionally to depend on themselves. So that's what is upbringing of the child, correct upbringing. Once the children are on their own, then you let them go. You be in only advisory role. When they need you, you be there in order to advise them or do something to help them. But you should not tie them to you, so you should do it and so on and so forth. That becomes an attachment, because by doing that, your happiness depends on them. That means attachment is where you depend on their activities on them, then it's a unhealthy relationship. Whereas love is you let them depend on you for their need because they are still not realize the same truth. So yada bindo tada chittam saktam, the attachment, kasvapi drishtisu, attachment to whatever I see, and say jayato vishayan pumsa sangasteshu upajayate sanga sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho vijayate krodat bhavati sammoha sammoha spruti vibramaha spruti vibramsa buddhinasha buddhinasha pranasyati. So Lord Krishna has given how slowly how attachment can develop, and attachment become intense, and how it becomes a kamam. Kamam means desire to possess it, and if I don't get it, then krodham, anger, and from krodham I lose the discriminative intellect of what is right and what is wrong. I do action in when I am so angry, I perform an action, and either in terms of the words I express or in terms of the activities, and that itself will be repercussions later. So the buddhi is gone, the intellectual discrimination is gone, because anger suppresses it, and in the process I go downhill. And therefore, one kvasvapi drushtisu, whatever I see, saktam, attachment, is essentially bondage. Tada moksho yada chittam asaktam sarvadrushtishu. So obviously the opposite will be the liberation. So tada moksha, therefore the liberation is when the chittam, the mind, asaktam, is unattached. Unattached means I do not depend on it. It comes, okay. If it doesn't come also, it's okay. That is the test for, not that I don't want it to come and struggle hard. Then it's a raga dveshas. Dvesha is also a problem. Ragam is attachment. I want it is attachment. I don't want it is also dvesha. Both are not there. Things will come. I don't like. You just come. Whatever comes, it goes away. So the jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu. Whatever is born has to grow. That's a law. It may stay longer if you hold on to it. If you ignore it, it will automatically, the mind becomes free from that. So as you get older, the body gets older. As you get older, when the body gets older, then it develops automatically. The body problems become more and more. Knee pain here, knee pain there, sitting is a project, getting up is a project, but that's a part of the body problem. You are not having a problem, so the detachment from the body is what is required as the body and mind and intellect goes through a certain whatever the according to the prarabdha. So tada moksho yada chittam asaktam sarvadrushtishu. Whatever I see, I am unattached to it. It may be beautiful. That's a different appreciation of the beauty. There's a beautiful flower there. I see, oh my God, that's so beautiful. So there's no problem. Attachment comes and says, I want to possess it, I want to have it, and that becomes a problem. So wanting mind is a problem, and appreciation of the beauty of the creation is Ishvara, beauty, creation of the Ishvara, and recognition of the Ishvara's presence, or in terms of the glory of your own self too. So that is asaktam sarvadrushtishu. Whatever I see, sarvadrushtishu means everything that I see, I am really unattached to it. We'll do last sloka of this chapter. Yada naham tada moksho, yada naham tada moksho, yadaham bandhanam tada, yadaham bandhanam tada, matveti helaya kinchitu, matveti helaya kinchitu, ma grahana vimunchi mam, ma grahana vimuncha mam. Together, yada naham tada moksho, yadaham bandhanam tada, matveti helaya kinchitu, ma grahana vimuncha ma. So this is the test of ahankara, what is called aham. See, the ego is essentially yada, when na aham, I am not there, tada, then mokshaha. So when I am, pot quote, I am this, I am this, I am this, that is not there, that is ahankara is not there. When ahankara is not there, mokshaha, aham, bandhanam tada, when it is there, then it is a bondage. So yada aham bandhanam tada. So that ahankara, I am this, is a ahankara. If I define ego is I am this, all our biodata is this. So then what happened? Do I know this? I can use this as needed for transaction purposes. You don't have to go to the airport security. He says, who are you? So you don't say, I am. What? Because I'm not this, I am. What are you? I am what? He will ask you. So you have to, for transactional purposes, you can take the role of the ahankara. But taking the role of ahankara as in a drama is different from taking the ahankara as my real nature. I am so and so, and you know who I am. This you hear in India a lot more. So yada anaham tada moksho, yada aham bandhanam tada. So when ahankara is not there, then that is liberation. So who is a liberation? A Mahatma says, I am, aham brahmasmi. That's the bigger ego, biggest ego. But that ego dissolves everything. Therefore, there is no more dislike for this or that or that. Because everything is him. Aham brahmasmi includes or cannot exclude anything, because Brahman being infinite, it has to include everything as I am. So I love myself, there I love the whole universe. There is nothing really I can hate, because there is nothing there other than Brahman myself. So yada anaham tada moksho, yada aham bandhanam katha. So whenever there is a bondage is nothing but that a notion that I am ego. So Matvedi helaya kinchit. So matva iti, knowing this, helaya, playfully kinchit ma grahana vimunchama. Even for play's sake, says don't go after objects. Grahana means going for objects that I want this. Even for play's sake, don't go after this, or don't vimunchati also. Don't reject also. That means no more ragadveshas anymore. Don't entertain any more ragadveshas. That's a simple way of saying that don't entertain any more ragadveshas. Once I realize that I am aham brahmasmi. So until I realize it, so try to slowly withdraw the mind from that. So this withdrawal is not a discrete phenomena, and Swami Paramarthananda uses called FIR reduction. FIR is my attachment to the object doesn't go immediately, it goes slowly. So the frequency of this perturbation from the understanding that aham brahmasmi, the frequency of that that I am this and I want that, or frequency and the intensity of perturbation. If somebody gives you dvandas, all the pairs of opposite, it's when it's not there, and when they try to abuse you, then what do? Says, should I protect myself? Should I fight with him? Should I not? I can do one thing. I can recognize that he is also out of ignorance, but I have to put him in proper place so that he does not hurt this body, my intellect. That's a part of the knowledge only. That's why we have to observe how Mahatmas have operated in the world, knowing very well they are the absolute truth. And the Puranas illustrate the story of Rama, or story of Krishna, or story of the great sages illustrate how exactly they dealt with the problems that they encounter. So that is the example here, in terms of I have to take a role of I am so and so in order to transact in the world. So taking the role as I am so and so is different from taking that I am so and so. So one is only role playing, another is actual behavior. So role playing is only a drama, so no problem in playing the role. I can play the role of a father, role of a wife. There I have to assume that this is my bank account, this is my wife, this is my child, and that minus ahankara, mamakara is there, but is there in order for transactions, but I am ready to drop it on any time when I need to understand the absolute truth. So that's why it is like a playing in a drama where an actor plays in the drama. When an actor knows that I am an actor only, and he may be playing the role of a king or a role of a beggar, role of a friend, role of a villain, any roles as needed according to the drama and according to the role given by the whoever organizing. And therefore higher, he says, the Lord provides whatever the roles that you have to play, and play the role as beautifully just as in the drama. And you see, if you are a beggar, cry in such a way that people are so appreciative of that. Hey, you did cry very well. So that appreciation comes because when I know how to play properly. So roles will have a problem. Beggar may have a problem, the king may have a problem, and villain will have a problem, hero will have a problem. That's a role playing. But I have no problem because I am an actor playing. So I never forget that I am an actor while playing the role. In fact, I may be playing the role of a beggar knowing that I am a millionaire actually, and I am going to get more millions out of that action too. So therefore, an actor never forgets that he is not a beggar, but he is playing the role of a beggar, and he plays better than a real beggar going through the suffering of a beggar in the street. That becomes so ego. Other people may see it is you have ego and you have to play the ego, but you have to be very careful and subtle, which other people may not see it. Therefore, you have to be very discriminative enough to say to what extent I can take the role as a real or role as just a role itself. And this FIR means slowly I withdraw myself and increases the role playing, the frequency of perturbation, intensity of perturbation, and the recovery time from perturbation decreases as I become established in the truth that I am Brahmasmi. So it's not a discrete process, and it's a lifelong struggle, and because lingering vasanas are there still in the mind, and mind has to be slowly prepared and purified until it becomes abiding in the knowledge that Aham Brahmasmi, and what the Ramana Maharshi calls is Rudaiva Nishtha. So with that, we complete the 8th chapter of the Ashtavakra Gita, where Ashtavakra gives what are the tools required, what exactly is moksha and what is exactly the bondage, and how mind comes into picture both in terms of moksha as well as in terms of the bondage. This we stop. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.